this one in and then I'll shower and go to bed. I don't know how it works with technology. I just have to follow my mind and my heart and just go. You know, I have certain things I need to do to keep me more comfortable physically and to try to heal from my abuse faster. And Suzuki used to harp on. He just okay, but yeah, I know. And he's just like, that's why he refers to me as tough guy. And I'm like, I know I've got different conditions than they had back then, and um, well, they had automobiles and the gasoline back then. It was regular gasoline with lead, and yeah, and so it's a wonder my grandma lived to be 98 years old. Man, she's that woman's a medical miracle, isn't she? Though, but it's like where she lived and everything. Wow, must have been the trees. They lived right on the train track. Well, the train, I don't know how it ran back then. But I know that they take DNA and study it. And so my grandmother's buried at Fort Bliss. Yeah. I can't stand those. I can't stand them. I have no use for them at all. And I think anybody in their right mind would understand why I say what I say and why I feel the way that I feel. I think people that are not in their right mind, you're just mad because I would have kicked your ass in sports. Okay? It would have been easy if I just focused and said, okay, this is what I'm going to do because I want to be great. Okay? And then I would have quit after 4 years because I have common sense. See, the reason why I didn't do it is because I have common sense. The way I wanted to do it, I couldn't do it. So I quit. Okay? And so, I was going to do it truth with coup, put up a peace sign or police sign, or I wasn't going to do it at all. Okay? And the same with trying to get into coaching. And most people get a coach. Yeah, I could take it. No, Bobby Knight would be, God dang. People just love me because I love them. Okay? If people were jealous of me, they'd go pile for Bobby Knight and get their ass kicked by me and my team. Okay? That's just what would happen, right? It would just boom. At first I would recruit players that, to make my team successful. After a while, it would be all the kids would I want to play for Earl. I've talked to him. I've listened to him. I don't want to play for nobody else. But I would sit there and tell other people, here's how you should coach. And then so it's, oh, Earl's right. Yeah, Mike, that's what you should do. Bobby Knight's fucking crazy. Yeah, he is. Okay. So you know what I mean? And then then maybe he beat you. So what? It's just for make-believe money. It's not real. It's for sports. It's exercise. It's fun. Okay, so maybe he gets a better team to beat you. Yeah, maybe more people want to go play. Hey, park cars, bars, and wars. I wouldn't want to play in L.A. Too much pollution, too much crime, too much distraction and irrationality. I'd rather go play in Flagstaff. In the pines where the sun never shines. No, it's gorgeous. The air is clean. It's pretty, I'd rather go somewhere where, well, yeah. Dennis did go to Pepperdine. Malibu might be a little different. It's like, I can just stay here. I don't have to go into town. Wow. But the exclusive community shit would drive me crazy. I'd need real people. I'd need a smiling, kind black gentleman at the walk-up Sky Dome going, you all thinking about moving here? They're good to us here. Okay, because his wife was white, I guess. So they're good to us here. They're not prejudiced and bigoted to us here. Same thing, and probably the same thing in Malibu, but you got people that broker deals to mass murder poor people in Malibu, and you don't have that as much at Northern Arizona University, where they teach people how to survive and own a hotel and be a nurse and a forest ranger. So it might be a little bit more fun hanging out with the people that still the picnic basket. You've got to get the picnic basket, get the picnic basket. No stealing picnic baskets. It'd be a lot more fun. You know what I'm saying? Hey, boo-boo. What, Yogi? Right? A lot more fun, right? About those crazy Navajos on that TV show. There's less crazy Navajos than you think. Yeah, once you respect and understand Navajo people, they're some of the most thoughtful and strong, and a lot of them are some of the most trustworthy, honest, truthful people you've ever met. Why do you think Malachi Young liked him so much? Brigham liked a lot of things about the Navajo culture too. He would sit and have talks about how, because God is God and truth is truth. And that's how he taught his kids. Yeah. He's got it from Joseph. God is God and truth is truth. God's omniscient, omnipotent. God is the essence and creation, the creative essence of this planet. So you think you got the market cornered on truth? Do you think you got the market cornered on God? Think you got your market cornered on faith? Asshole. So people that are arrogant think God is right here. And the universe revolves around here. I was sitting there. It was frustrating watching 60 Minutes tonight. Listening to those faces talk and listening to them talk. And, we got to do this. And I said, no, you don't. Yeah, motherfucker. Motherfucker, listen to me. Motherfucker, listen. Look, you need to shut the fuck up. You're crazy as hell. You got an ego problem, motherfucker. An ego problem. Right? You sitting there going, no, dude, that one guy, we could live twice as long, meaning from 75 to 120 to 150, which people already do in the Yucatan and Mongolia under very adverse conditions. Okay? It has nothing to do with science. It has to do with staying away from the Industrial Revolution. Okay? Now, envision, don't imagine. Okay? Envision living in a world that's not murderous and genocidal like the Industrial Revolution. Okay, but not having to live in as archaic and survival of the fittest conditions like in Mongolia, Tibet, or Yucatan. Ándale pues. Órale! It's a kingdom of heaven, you pinchy pendejos. Okay, sorry. Had just a Mesilla Valley takeover there. Sorry. Got my composure back. Thanks, Chivatos. Okay. Mi barrios primero homes. Okay. Sorry. I'm not sorry, but, I got myself composed again. Okay. Don't come into my barrio and think that you can tell me what's up and what to do. And I had a good talk in the barn when I was shooting hoops right before I came back up in here about the whole thing, worthiness, stuff. Was that, well, they're also this person's. Yeah, Mary is also James's mother. Right? But do you think anybody would know who Mary was and who James was if it wasn't for Jesus? And Jesus isn't your egotistical God that's a pile of shit that votes for president for more money to kill other people that you think have the devil's money. Shut up. Okay? Muhammad is worthy of praise. Okay? Because of what he did. Okay? Joseph. Did any of the rest of those siblings do what Joseph did? Even Benjamin didn't do what Joseph did. So Joseph was worthy of praise. We wouldn't know who Benjamin and Judah and the rest of them are if it wasn't for Joseph, right? Jophus, as Tori says. Robert Jophus, right? And so, Tori, Jophus. Makes me laugh. They're so cute. Okay, and, but yeah, okay. So, hey. James was killed by Herod because he claimed Jesus was correct and the rest of them were wrong. Okay? If it wasn't for Jesus being correct, would James have been right? We don't know. The world may never know. Here's a Tootsie Pop turtle or owl. I don't know. Okay? Knock it off, assholes. Okay? So don't sit there and try to take other people's worthiness and worthiness of praise and heap it on you by turning Jesus into your magic God that's a spyware satellite asshole with a lot of money, whole lot of money, and the best science projects in the whole world to keep his money, right? He's not an asshole like you. He's like me. Okay? I'm praiseworthy. You're not. I stood up for the Lord's Prayer. I went and cleaned up Fort Huachuca. You didn't. Okay? These fuckers been watching me my whole life trying to turn me into a demon or a devil so they could sit there either prove religion wrong or he's doing it wrong. Yeah. Spencer J. Kimball, Gordon B. Hinckley, Monson, and all those guys are doing it right. Yeah. NIL money instead of Lord's Prayer. Right. Sod the fuck. I don't have to worry about it. Past, present, and future operate at the same time. David Rockefeller caught you if you backfield in motion. Okay? Like Ronnie always used to tell me at the library, Parsons, you caught them all with their pants down. I didn't mean to. And I'm not Arnold Joseph, and I didn't get drunk, and I didn't shoot bottle rockets off into the house. Okay? I would have jumped up and done a pull-up on the front porch and grabbed his parents and tossed their ashes out. I might have broke a limb or two on them, but they would have lived and been in the hospital. Thanks for throwing my drunk ass out the window off the porch. Yeah, I didn't think about it. I threw the baby out the window, but I was so fucking drunk that I didn't think to just roll off the porch and probably, bust my ass or break an ankle or something. But yeah, it wasn't like they were in a high-rise building. They didn't think that movie too good. No, that stuff's probably happened before. Things like that have happened. People do that. When they're drunk, they do stupid shit. Sometimes, Father, you and I are like two old men. Right? You know what I mean? Farther and farther. Do we, forgive our fathers for loving our mothers or not loving our mothers? For showing too much rage or not any rage at all? Do we remember that? That's a good movie. Yeah, my dad likes that movie. Yeah. I showed it to him. So this is like a father-son movie, Dad. If you want to watch a daughter-mother movie, Joy Club. Maybe. Stupid allergies. Me and Corey, Joy Club forever. Yeah, we used to watch that because it was one of my mom's favorite movies. She wanted to get all her daughters to watch it, but they wouldn't watch it because most of them are... Treese just didn't, but Corey did. Corey has more of that emotion, like, oh, you're right, Grandma. This is it's so sweet. Why do you think she liked Corey so much? And no, she didn't dislike Patrick. She just got pissed off when Patrick. My mom wanted to like Stephanie, but Stephanie was so fucking mean and abusive to me that it upset my mother, how she used the state to keep abusing me and Patrick. And it always upset her. And then my mom would say, he's acting just like his mother. I said, Mom, he's 3. When a 3-year-old acts like a 3-year-old, it's okay. When it's a 23-year-old, then it's kind of a problem. And then they go to the state, and the state says, hey, we're all going to act like a 3-year-old. Fuck, we're fucked again. We suck again. So you got to understand things. You have to sit down and be mature when you look at situations. You have to realize not everybody's as perfect as the Messiah. And it used to drive my mom crazy. How do you do that? You got the patience of a saint. It's Earl. And I'd have to explain to her. I look at the entire situation before I handle a situation. And I try to have the best alternatives and take the best course of action that I possibly can. And, because it's everything, it's collateral, affects everything, You drive a car to a job, it causes heart disease and just, you know what I mean? And stuff. And so every decision you make, everything you do affects every one of us, every last one of us. They don't have a better immune system, guys. People that live longer because they're aggressive and sick, healthy immune system requires empathy, intelligence, kindness. That's why do you think they paid all that money for my plasma at fucking Las Cruces Biologicals? Okay? Because my body is healthier than the assholes that were buying my plasma. Gosh damn, you people are stupid. Okay? Living longer, David Rockefeller had 7 heart transplants. He lived over 100 years. Does that make him healthy? Do you think he cared about you and the migrating girls getting raped to death during his life across Mexico? No, they shouldn't be coming here illegally if they don't have the money to afford to live here. Have their daughters fuck their way into across the border. Wow, how Christian of you. How Muslim of you. Still think we ought to build a big skyscraper in Dubai and bring in a lot of women from Malaysia and Indonesia to clean our house and be our sex slaves? Wow. How midnight out the Oasis would be. Okay. I got to put that song on my MP3. Midnight at the Oasis. Do I really like that one? Okay. I have Pillow Talk from Sylvia in there. I guess I'd, I don't know. Send your camel to bed. I ain't heard that song in a long ass time. Y'all remember that? You won't need no harem. Oh no. You don't need no camel when I take you for a ride. Oh, sexual innuendo. Okay. I like her. I'm just kidding around. I'm not kidding around. So we shouldn't have to do that. We should be able to have that as a private conversation. It shouldn't be a public conversation for money to pay our bills to live here, to have money to sexually produce because you're all a bunch of batshit crazy barbarian heathens. Hypocrite. How much money does it take to keep fucking? Money's not real. How much love does it take to save us from fucking and fighting over money? Eternity. An eternity of love. Trust me. I'm going to go to bed. You don't like me because you're a scientific research egotistical asshole. If that's what you think, then that's the way you feel. I don't like you because you're a scientific research egotistical asshole. I have a valid reason for not liking you. What's your reason for not liking me? I love you guys. All right. Peace.